The 12th through the 14th verse, Mark 11. Now, if you haven't seen that.
Amen.
All right. Here we go. Mark 11. The 12th through the 14th verse, and it reads, and Jesus, y'all know who Jesus is, right? And Jesus entered into Jerusalem and into the temple. And when he had looked around about upon all things, and now the eventide was come, he went out unto Bethany with the 12. And on the morrow, when they were come from Bethany, he was hungry. Everybody say, hungry. Hungry. And seeing a fig tree afar off, having leaves, he came. It happened he might find anything thereon. And when he came to it, he found nothing but leaves. For the time of fig was not yet. And Jesus answered and said unto it, no man eat fruit of these hereafter forever. Oh. And his disciples heard it. Now, we're going to go over to, still in Mark 11, to the 20th to the 23rd verse. And it reads, and in the morning as they passed by, they saw the fig tree dried up from the roots. And Peter, calling to remembrance, said unto him, Master, behold, the fig tree which thou cursed is withered away. And Jesus answered and said unto them, have faith in God. For verily I say unto you, that whosoever shall say unto this mountain, be thou removed, and be thou cast into the sea, and shall not doubt in his heart, but shall believe that those things which he saith shall come to pass, and he shall have whatever he saith. Amen? Amen. Amen. Now, Jesus knew, and his disciples, they entered into Jerusalem and went into the temple. And as the evening came, as we said, the evening tide means the evening began to subside. And as they began to leave, they went into Bethany, and they were hungry. Now, you know, on a journey, when you go on a long journey, you already have your mind made up what you're going to do. Okay, we know we got to put gas in the car. We got to fill it up. Sometimes, you know, me and co-pastor, we won't even fill up the car if we know we're going somewhere in the morning. We'll just get up that morning and we'll go fill up the car. But here's the thing. In our minds, we already know, okay, well, she do, I don't. Because I'm the type of person, I just like to stop in the store and then I'll get me some snacks. But she already have her mind made up. Okay, I'm going to take these grapes. I'm going to get these oranges, these apples. I'm going to get some things so we can, you know, take with us. And me, when I get to the store, I'm trying to find me a bag of chips. I'm trying to look for me a pop. And I'm looking around for a little bit of snack cake. You know, and that's how I do. Because I've always done it. But Jesus now had entered into Bethany. And as they got into Bethany, they saw a fig tree far off. Now, traveling, and I'm hungry, and I'm going down the road, we see those signs that says rest stop, gas station, McDonald's, Taco Bell. We see those signs, and the first thing you get in your mind is, which one am I going to stop at to get something to eat? But they saw a fig tree far off. They couldn't stop at no McDonald's or no Burger King. They couldn't stop at roadway to gas up the camels or to gas up the donkeys. They couldn't do that. Because when they travel, they have to eat thereof. If they see a pond, they go fishing. If they have just a couple of pieces of unleavened bread, they get that. But as Jesus got close to the fig tree, he looked on it and there was nothing. The only thing it had on it was these little buds like this. Now, as I studied, and I was wondering, why did Jesus curse the fig tree? As I studied it, it was not time yet. Because each season has its time to produce. And between March and April, it was not time for that fig tree to produce any figs. And not only did it not produce any figs, but it didn't have the buds on it. And the reason why, those buds, you pick them off and you eat the little things on them. Like we used to go get the snake berries. And they are called eschars. Eschars. That's what they call the little buds on the fig tree. Those things, after it's time for the figs to come about, they fall off and the figs begin to grow. Well, this time they didn't have those on there. And what Jesus had done was, he spoke to that fig tree. All right. And when he spoke to it, he said to the fig tree, and Jesus said unto it, no man eat fruit of thee hereafter forever. And the disciples heard it. He spoke to, not just to the tree, but he spoke to the roots. All right, all right, all right. So today we're going to be speaking on today, speak to the root of your problem. Speak to the root of your problem. As Jesus spoke to the fig tree, he spoke to the whole tree, but he also spoke to the roots and said, you will not produce anymore. Because in that part of the tree, there is life. All right. And if you cut it from the root, it will not grow. Amen. When a tree is cut down, they begin to take the whole tree down, and they take the stump as well. Amen. When you plant a plant in the ground, and you have to plant it so that the roots will take effect. So once the roots get a hold of what it needs to get a hold of, it begins to set up nourishment, water, and the plants begin to grow. All right, all right. But when you're dealing with problems in your life, you have to understand, if you keep letting people nourish your problem, that problem is going to grow even more. When you let yourself out and let people in that don't mean you any good, that problem that's in your life will grow. When you let yourself open up into the enemy, when the enemy comes in your life, that fruit that's in there will grow. Yes, it will. Come on now. Take your time. When you go out and you see weeds scattered all around the ground, people start grabbing the weeds, but just because you grab the top don't mean the bottom is going to be killed. When you picking things out, trying to pluck out the top of the problem, that means that problem is still there. What you did was you just took that problem and took it just for a minute, but that problem is still there. All right. When you cooking and you don't pay attention to what you're cooking and the water boils out the pot of rice, you'll hear a scorching sound. Oh, yes, you will. Yeah. You can smell the stench of the root of that problem. Yeah. You have to clean up that root and take it and throw it out so that the new things can start to grow. Amen. All right. Glory. So Jesus said, no man eat of the fruit of this tree. So I'm telling you today, let no man eat of the fruit of the Spirit in your life. Because he'll kill the Spirit and plant weeds of destruction in your life.